I've been doing continuing and distance education announcements since I started the role of Associate Vice President over 18 months ago. And those have always come out in email and paper, and I've decided to try something new. And this is the first video continuing and distance education announcements. So we keep trying to use technologies in different ways, and this is one of the things we're doing to try to impress upon everybody that it's important to continue to get adept and agile with technology, and I certainly want that for all of you. So this is an effort on my part to model that behavior. Let's see how many of you follow me. So let me share a few thoughts as we head into the spring break. This has been a very long, cold winter from my perspective. I think probably the coldest and longest since I've actually lived in Pennsylvania, now almost 38 years. But now we're almost getting close to spring, and all of you may be heading, or at least some of you will be heading out on spring break. And let me tell you, have a great time. Those of you who are leaving, enjoy the time off, whether you're heading out of your home areas or whether you're staying there and just taking some time off of work. For those of you who aren't leaving, aren't taking any vacation, and that would include me, it should be a little quieter. And when it's quieter, you have a chance to sort of sit back, put your feet up a little bit, relax, reflect a little bit, and I hope you have a chance to do that too. So whether you're going away on spring or whether you're staying in your office, one way or the other, you ought to have a little bit different experience than normal. So good luck with that. But let me now turn to the announcements. I did want to say a few words about the budget situation because that continues to weigh on people's minds. So let me tell you a little bit about where we are right now. It has been finally determined that we will be responsible beginning in 2010-11 for our health benefits increases and our salary increases. And that's been in the works for a while now, coming out first in the university's draft strategic plan. So that will be an expectation for us starting in 2010-11. And that's going to be a challenge that we all have to take on together. I will say, however, that this organization, Outreach, certainly continuing distance education as a part of that, are not unfamiliar with challenges. And the university has called upon us in the past to take on very big challenges. One of those was the conference center in the early 90s, and then in the late 90s and early 2000s, the World Campus. We have been successful at challenges like that. Indeed, this year is one of our most successful, perhaps I guess the very successful, most successful year in terms of revenue and enrollments. So we continue to do well, and as a result, the university has turned to us to take on some bigger challenges as it has its own challenges that it has to deal with. So that will be coming in 2010-11. And I will say that we will continue or start to do our due diligence about how we will actually approach that situation over the next several months and actually into the summer and fall of this next year. Our budget for 2008-2009, the cycle coming up, will probably handle that a little bit differently, maybe not quite the extensive process in the past, because we want to devote most of the time to the 2010-2011 budget over the next 6 to 8 months. So the budget cycle this year will be a little bit different. The budget preparation process will be a little bit different compared to past years. So be ready for that. In any case, the challenges are in front of us, but I have confidence, and I believe you do too, that we will be able to come through this period and the ones ahead of us in good shape. I will say that we will be asking all of you, and I do mean all of you, to contribute to the kinds of solutions we need to find in the future. It takes every single one of you committed to our work, committed to serving adult learners, to find the very best solutions for things like our budget challenge. So we'll be calling on you starting in the spring, but then moving into next year as well. So look forward to that. It should be a productive time, but an enjoyable and fun time as well as we look for new ways to address the challenges in front of us. So now let me turn to a couple just straight let me turn to a couple of just pure announcements. One is that if you're watching this, you're actually seeing it on the Outreach intranet. And I want to encourage all of you to continue to take advantage of the internet for news about outreach, news about continuing distance education, and news about each of the units. I'd also hope that you begin to poke around and find out information about individuals in our organization who should be on the internet as well. We certainly are trying to use, here in my office, use the intranet a lot, and we're putting a lot of information out through this system. So please check into it every day. Make it the first thing you do when you come to the office, see what's up there, and make this a really vibrant social networking tool for our entire organization. As part of that, the intranet, I am actually going to start a blogging. I'm going to start blogging in April, doing the very first blog. I have never done a blog. I've only read a couple. But it seems to me something that would be worth trying, and a way to give you another avenue to finding out a little bit about what I'm thinking about various topics. If you'd like me to blog about something in particular, you might send me a note. If I don't get notes, I will simply decide on some topics that I think might be relevant and start to share my ideas about those particular topics. So look for that coming in April. And then you'll ultimately be the decider of whether it's worth continuing or not continuing. We'll see. I want to say a few words as well about our key performance indicators, which we call strategic performance indicators. Each and every unit in continuing distance education has those indicators. And I would urge you to find from your director, get a copy of those indicators and see what's most important in your unit and what your unit is tracking in terms of these indicators. Every single staff member should know what their unit is up to and really what continuing in distance education is up to. And we'll look to put our continuing in distance educators onto the intranet in the future. I should mention in that context that some other groups at the university have been interested in our strategic performance indicators, and so as a result, Penn State's Office of Quality and Institutional Assessment did an article for their website on what we've done on these strategic performance indicators. You can find that on their website. Go and look and see what they've written about the good work that we've been doing in that area. We received one other very nice comment for the work that we've been doing, and that is from Reagan Communications. You'll recall that last August, we, at the annual event, distributed our annual report. Looks like this, Building a Bright Future Together. Very nice looking piece. And we submitted this to Reagan Communications as part of others who they work with, and they selected the 3 best annual reports. And we actually were one of those that they selected, indicating that this was a really quality piece and represented our organization well. So I hope you're using it at your desk, have it at your desk. I have it at mine. So take a look at it once in a while to be reminded of the kinds of things that are really important to us. Speaking of annual events, I know it's early, but I do want to mention that you should reserve August 13th as the date for the 2009 C&DE Annual Gathering and Awards Banquet. This year we're combining those activities into one event. So one day, August 13th, will run most of the day. You'll have a chance both to hear what's going on in C&DE. You'll get to meet your colleagues from across the state and from across our organization. And you'll also have a chance to congratulate all of the award winners, and obviously some of you will be the award winners. So I look forward to hosting that event and having all of you here. And right now, as you're thinking about bitter winter still with us, think about what it will be like in August when we'll have sunshine and nice weather, and it will be a great event. So put it on your calendar, August 13th. Those are the announcements for the first C&DE video announcements piece. I will say again, good luck with spring break. Enjoy the time off if you're leaving. Enjoy the time, quiet time in your office if you're staying. Have a great week ahead. See you.